Hi, I'm Karin Dubsky, ecologist, staff at Trinity College and coordinator of Coastwatch, an international network of environmental groups. My vision is for healthy oceans and to achieve that with full informed public participation. Citizen science at its most basic is scientists and general public cooperating together to collect data generally about the natural world. And then the scientists might pull it together, analyze it, and give feedback. However, the most important extra thing which has to be integrated into a project on citizen science is this enabler, this raising of awareness of the public who are participating, and giving the feeling that you have enough information, that you can participate, that you are informed, that you are important. And this is what I think is still rudimentary and often missing when we are approaching the management, protection, and now increasingly the restoration of our oceans. So the Sustainable Development Goal I'll be particularly looking at is, of course, life below water, SDG 14. That has 10 targets to make you see whether you have achieved the Sustainable Development Goal. 5 of those targets mature already in 2020. Nobody is talking about them. Nobody is talking about that, at least in the Republic of Ireland, we have not achieved a single one of these. And I'm reasoning that we are not achieving them because there is not enough informed public participation to enable, to make it politically possible, as the minister told me a long time ago, to do the right thing. Those beautiful flowers, which are in the vase, which I picked this morning, those wild flowers were there 50 years ago, only there were more of them. What has happened 50 years later? We've lost a huge amount of biodiversity, an absolutely frightening amount. When I was a little girl, we were losing it because we were ignorant. We were enjoying so much. We would celebrate the noise of the cuckoo. We would eat wild salmon. We would give presents of smoked wild salmon. We had so much. And at the same time, we had grants and government advice to make small fields bigger, to fill in those ponds, to use pesticides. At that time, it was still DDT. And because the realization how much damage you are doing lags behind, that realization just came too late. And we got ever more efficient at destroying nature. It's a lot of nature we could still restore. However, we have this huge extra problem of climate change. So you can't just look at the oceans on its own. You have to look at the wider picture of climate change. 5 things which we could start today. We're at the threshold of maritime spatial planning in Ireland, across Europe. We have 2 transboundary lochs, Loch Foyle and Carlingford Loch, where we don't know where the boundary is. We haven't known it for the last nearly 100 years. Never mind where the boundary goes. Let's manage them properly in the interest of healthy seas as transboundary bodies, with a Loch agency which has a clear mandate and responsibility to look after biodiversity. 2020 is a key year for marine protected areas. By law and by solemn declaration, we are to have at least 10% of our marine area, which is 10 times larger than our land area, protected as MPA, as marine protected area, and managed as such. At the moment, we are at a dismally low area, below 3%. There's no reason to wait until 2021 to designate. Let's designate now. Let's make it part of this government formation. Let's also rattle the rather shaky application of the Aarhus Convention for access to information, public participation, and access to justice, particularly in the marine area. That has to be shooting up into most wonderful application right now in our planning from 2020 onwards. On other aspects like marine litter, the lines are set. We're at a crossroads now on whether to really implement, to set clear thresholds which are attainable, to work with the public and informed NGOs, or to gear towards industry and do it half-heartedly and then have the problems for many more years, unnecessary problems, which still allow plastics to build up in our oceans or to reduce at a much slower rate than they should. I leave you with a thought of that every single person should love a piece of the ocean, should know it in detail, should know a species, make it your pet species. Thank you for watching this video. This is part of expert reflections for the celebration of 50th anniversary of Earth Day. If you want to see other videos curated by Future Earth Week, please go to the Future Earth website.